All right, I just got finished watching the remake of Robocop, and I wasn't expecting much from it because I've been talking to my friend a lot at work about about how he said it was gonna be PG-13 and how it was how his costume didn't look that great because all I'll get into that when I talk about the movie. How it didn't look that great. It's just I've been talking about it with him for a lot. Especially now I've been rewatching RoboCop. I bought it on Blu-ray, the original one. I've been watching it again and again. It's showing on TV for like I don't know all the time now, and it's a great movie. It's a great '80s action flick that gives you everything you want from RoboCop. Just a cop who's a robot fighting over the top bad guys, just shooting them up. Big robots like Ed 209 just. And it had a lot of funny parts all throughout the movie. Like little commercials and stuff like that. Like I'd buy that for $1. That shit. I don't know what that's about. It's funny, but you know. Um, when I watched this movie, I watched it, and it's the word is that it has no charm. Like it has no life of its own. It's not good. I mean, it's not like horrible, but it's not really worth watching anyways. It has no life of its own. It's like it's trying to live off that it's a remake of RoboCop, and it's not even like. When I timed it, the movie was like only like an hour and 15 minutes long. Like an hour goes by before he's even technically announced as RoboCop, and before he even goes policing the city. Over at least 15 minutes left of him to be RoboCop. That's not enough time. I mean, that's just it takes so long to get him to be RoboCop. The guy, he doesn't have a cool robotic voice, kind of like the guy who played RoboCop in the original one. I don't remember his name. He gave life to that character, and this guy doesn't really do anything with it. It's just, oh well. Beginning of the movie when they first make him half robot, whatever. He actually has the Robocop colors. He's black and he's got the silver or whatever. And it looks really badass. I mean, it really looks badass. I mean, seeing it like that, it looks badass. But then the main guy, the evil company, the one that made Robocop, it's not Omnicorp. It's another corporation. They mentioned Omnicorp, OCP at the very end of the movie, but this company that made it was not Omnicorp. He has the brilliant decision to make it on black. No, come on. Mostly my whole wardrobe is black. I know. I love the color black. But seeing RoboCop all in black, it just ruins the look. I mean, from the costume, the way it looked in the movie when it was the black and silver, you could see it, and it looked so badass. And then once they made it all black, it lost all definition of everything that was on the armor. It looked so generic, and it was horrible looking. It was just horrible. A character I liked a lot in the original one was, I think everyone likes, is Ed 209. The big robot that just blasts the shit out of that corporate executive. Now Ed 209 was like pretty much a character of his own. In the original movie, he was a great character. He was funny. He was cool. And then this movie, he was just like a prop. He's all CGI. He really has no point to be in the movie except for he was in the original one. He's just there to be blown up by RoboCop. Ed 209 has no point in this movie. Not a single point to be in this movie. Just add on just because he's in the old one. It did nothing with Ed 209. Nothing. And that's disappointing because you could have did a lot with Ed 209. It would have been fun to see him more. And he hardly talked in the movie. He hardly talked. There was no interaction between Ed 209 and RoboCop. There was none. That's where you get down part there. Another thing I hate about these newer movies nowadays, they try to stuff science down your throat. to make Robocop and explain everything about Robocop in this movie, they went so scientific with everything. Oh, this, and this, and this, and this, and this. You know, just they have to explain every little fucking little thing, and it's like you're just dragging the movie on this way. You know, it's just dragging it on. You know, the original movie, it just said, okay, made a robot. He's a cop. There you go. That's all. That's all you really need. That's all you need. Get right to the point. And it just stuffs all this scientific shit down your throat and how he's made, what's part. You know, it's like, shut up. You're just slowing the movie down. You're slowing it down, and it really does slow it. It really does slow the whole movie down. And another thing, one thing I liked about the original, it was okay. It was simply just pretty much an action flick of a robotic cop who's gonna take down crime, and you know, it has a little story in there. And it's not that much, you know, and it gets the point across. You know, it's a good movie. It's a classic movie. This one, in the original one, once he dies or pronounced dead, you know, the wife and his son move on. You know, they leave that town. They move on with their lives. There's like they don't want to be here. It's too painful. They take off. So you don't need to add that into story too much. I mean, once in a while he like remembers them, misses them, but it doesn't do too much with it. In this movie, the wife is always there. She's always bugging them, talking about Robocop. You know, the son's there. You know, he's a mess without you, Dad. You know, and it just slows the movie down. Also, I mean, the science, the boring story with the mom, and just slows it down, and then like. This is whole show going on during the whole movie. Like it has Samuel Jackson as the host. And he's just pretty much talking about how Michael Keaton, the owner, the CEO, whatever, the corporation that made Robocop, is like trying to get like robots to be police force and have them take. But there's like some kind of bill that needs to be revoked to them to allow robots to be on American soil. And that's why they have this marketing plan to make Robocop out there and have them making people feel different about robots and shit. It's boring, the plot. The plot just it's really boring. There's nothing to it, you know. And remember what I said, Robocop is an action movie. This movie had almost no action. Like all the action you see in the commercials, that's all the action you'll see in the whole fucking movie. There's nothing else more than that. There's nothing going on in this movie. Nothing. I mean, I was actually bored watching it. I'm like, this is not Robocop. It's boring. There's nothing to keep you wanting to watch it or even re-watch it again. You know, and all the characters are pretty much flat. You know, Michael Keaton, he's a stereotypic evil corporation guy, and he has no personality like the guy in the original movie did. No personality. You know, I'm not saying Michael Keaton is a bad actor. He's not, but there's nothing new with that character. And then the guy who makes Robocop, the doctor, played by Gary Oldman, if I'm right. I think it's Gary. It sounds like Gary Oldman, so I'm saying it's Gary Oldman. He's a good actor. No, Gary Oldman's a great actor. Great actor, but again, it's just a boring character and a boring role, you know. And the wife, she's a boring character. The son, pretty much useless in the freaking movie. You know, the villain's pretty much non-existent. You know. It's the whole, from beginning to end, it's completely boring. Nothing happens in the movie. I mean, even the big fight scene between him and Ed 209 is nothing. Nothing happened. The fight. I mean, that little clip they give you that was online, they clip. They said, here, a special clip, and it was him versus Ed 209s. That's the whole clip. You know, there's nothing more to it than that. You know, it was generic looking. It was boring. It didn't do anything. You know. It's probably one of the worst movies I've seen, and one of the worst remakes I've ever seen. That's saying something. You know, and you can go see it if you want. And maybe if you've never seen the original Robocop, you won't mind it. But if you've seen the original, you know how this one sucks. You know, it's not good, huh? If you want to see a good Robocop movie, you watch this. That's the original Robocop. It's unrated director's cut. This movie is a great action movie. It has amazing special effects. You know, real special effects. You know, that the characters are great. They're funny. They're awesome. They have a sense of character to them. In the remake, is none of that is present. It's so generic. He has these colors, silver and black, and it looks amazing in the remake. And then, well, let's make him black. Let's make him more tactical. And it looks boring. It doesn't look good. Not by any means. It doesn't look good at all. When he looks more like a fucking ninja now, and and he kind of moves all fast, and it just doesn't work with RoboCop. It doesn't. It's not good. I mean, I don't know what more I can say about it. It's just not good. The story is non-existent, and the story is non-existent. But the story is so throughout the movie, it just ruins the movie. It just slows down, and you can't even call this an action movie because it said there's no action in it. It was like none. No action. There's only 2 action scenes in this whole freaking movie, and they both showed them online. The special clips they showed you online. The one when when they're testing him out, when he plays that horrible music, that's one scene. And then the other scene when he fights the 2 Ed 209s, it only lasts like a minute or 2 minutes, and that's it. There's nothing else in this movie. There's no other action scenes. It's not even an action movie. I don't know what you would call it. I mean. It's not an action movie. It's nothing good about it. I really don't know. There's no need to watch this movie. And I'm telling you, if you want to do yourself a favor, don't watch that movie. Watch this one. Watch this one. This one you're gonna love. It's just a great movie. It's a great action movie. It has a great story, great acting, great characters, great special effects, great action scenes. This is a really good movie that new one isn't. It just isn't. It's so generic. And the way it ends like a way for it to be a sequel, and for him to have these colors again. Yeah, I guess in the sequel he'll look like this colors, but. That movie doesn't deserve a sequel. It doesn't. It really doesn't. It does not deserve a sequel. It's just horrible. Maybe a sequel could be better. I don't know. Maybe it could. But maybe if they made it all action, this one. I mean. And they added Samuel Jackson for that little TV show just so that you know what was going on in the whole story. There's no need for him anyway. There was no need for him. There's no need for that stupid story talking about how America can't allow robots on soil. It's just everything they added this movie dragged the movie so long that they had no time for action in this movie. No time for action. I don't know what they were thinking when they made this movie. I don't know what they were trying to create because it's not an action movie. Other people said it was no good. I know Josh saw it. He said it was no good. And I saw it, and I'm telling you it's no good. And I'm gonna tell all my friends who possibly want to see that it's no good. It's boring. Nothing happens in the movie. It's just. I would say save your money. Don't watch it. If you want to see it, wait till it comes out on Redbox or something. You can get it for $1. Don't pay your hard-earned money. You want to buy something? Go buy this. The unrated director's cut of Robocop. Go buy this. It's 100 times better than that remake. Oh god, I was terrible. I mean, that was so bad. I was watching it. I'm just like. Are you serious with this? Are you serious the way you're going with this? It makes a few Robocop references, like certain lines and stuff, and it just doesn't do anything with it. It's like, let's make a movie and add a few things from the old Robocop movie, but not do anything with them, and just, here you go. What a piece of garbage. That's what I gotta say. It's a piece of garbage. And I'm telling you right now, I'm giving it a 3 out of 10. And I'm only giving it that just because Robocop did look cool when it was the real colors. It did look cool. Just seeing Ed 209 again is cool, but again, they don't do anything with them. So that's pretty much all I liked about the movie. That when he had the normal colors and it showed Ed 209. That was pretty much it. Other than that, the movie wasn't funny. It wasn't cool. There was no action. It was just nothing in the movie. I'm telling you right now, don't see that movie. Don't see it. I know from the Game Sharks, Josh says it sucks. I'm saying it sucks. It sucked. What a garbage ass movie. Well, I'm just repeating what I'm saying here now, so I'm gonna stop it right here. Don't see the movie. 3 out of 10. It's garbage. That was Sam from the Game Sharks with a review/rant of Robocop. Don't watch it. Watch this. Watch this one. This one's good.